Hey, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to make more of a authentic house beat, and I use the term authentic kind of loosely. Authentic to a lot of purists would mean like getting the actual piece of equipment in front of you. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be using a very good and faithful emulation, and we're going to be doing this all in Ableton. We're going to be using Groove as well. So let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop in Drumazon by D16. This is a very accurate emulation of a 909, which is what, everything is based off of. It's a 909. Like how else can I explain that? So how it works is it works on a internal sequencer here. When I hit play, it'll kind of play a sequence. We don't want that, and I want it to kind of act as a MIDI programmable, controllable VST, kind of like drum rack. We're going to be doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off internal sequencer. So now it will work like a drum rack in Ableton. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new MIDI clip in Ableton, in the channel rack, I should say. And how it works is it kind of starts down at C1, and I'll hit play, and that is the kick. That is triggering, that is triggering the kick. My eyes aren't working that well this morning, but that's triggering the kick here. We can see that, and it's pretty cool. Our BPM is at 125, which is fine by me. And I'm going to make sure that you can see all this. So how it works in house music is it's 4 on the floor and there's a clap. Okay, so the clap is something we need to find. Nope. There it is. So there's a clap, and it's D sharp for those following at home. And we're going to have that like so. All right, so in house music, it's all about groove. And I like to explain it like, sounds are kind of talking to each other. Let's just ignore the kick for now. Actually, I'm not going to delete the kick. I'm actually going to mute the kick. So the clap and the hats are very important. They drive the groove forward. And there's an open hat, and then a closed hat, and then there's the clap. And they all kind of want to dance together. Think of it as like rhythmic movements that you do, and things are kind of talking to each other. And we're going to augment that by adding some swing a little bit later. But anyway, let's find the hats. I believe it's this one. Nope. All right, so that is the closed hat, and we need to find the open hi-hat. It's up here maybe. There it is. All right, we're going to give that hat some volume. That is the open hat. All right, so how house music works is it's right. Think of it like that. So that would be the, 2 closed hi-hats occurring, right? That's happening, and that is exceptionally important for the groove. And it goes ta-ta-ta up, and then what happens when it goes down? Well, the clap occurs, right? And then it kind of needs to be resolved again, so we go back up to the open hat, right? So let's kind of repeat that by duplicating, and let's listen to what we have here. All right, so let's get that kick in there, and we'll leave the kick in there for the time being. Right, that works for me, but I want to change it a bit. And the closed hat, you'll notice when I kind of had it in my head, the closed hats are a little bit too long. I'm going to solo it. Right, you can actually adjust the decay, right, to make it more, I guess, gated or closed, and that contributes to the groove as well. I'll just give you an example. right? So the length of your samples is very important. You can translate this to other sound design and drum programming and stuff like that. But yeah, let's move on. Right, the hats are important to drive the sound forward, and you'll notice that they go, they're down, up, up, down, up, right? There's a groove to that. And we have two controls here. The tune. Oh, totally looking at the wrong thing. My apologies. My eyes don't really work well these days. We'll bring the tune down on the closed hat. Notice how that does something? Right, does some things to the energy. It's just the pitch is being changed. Right, I like to bring things down. I like that kind of, I'm going to say the word Chicago. That's the word that comes to mind. Really deep kind of driving house. All right, let's do something to the clap as well. These are, think of them, it's as a synth sequence. Like these are sounds. They have pitch. Right? And we don't even have the swing and the humanization going on. So let's just quickly kind of do something to the kick here. We'll bring the pitch down. We'll bring the level of the clap. Right, and this is how they did it. All right. So the basic DNA of the house beat is complete. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a really cool thing. We're going to make it sound housey, and we're going to do that with groove pools. So the groove pool, when we select the MIDI clip, is right here. There's currently no groove. I call them groove pools. All your grooves are in a groove pool, but yeah. So let's hit this little hot swap here, really easy. And in the browser, it'll open up a bunch of different files, swing and groove. And these are very kind of usable grooves that are inherent to a lot of drum machines and styles and, DAWs and things like that. Classic swings are in the MPC, in my opinion, and we're going to want to swing the 16ths because, our drum beat is in 16ths. And a really good one is 16th swing 62, right? So so we can listen to that. Right, and it just gives us a rough idea of what's going on. We will double click, and you'll notice that that groove is now applied to that MIDI clip. Right, and I'll just give you a before and after of what's going on here. This is really important. So this red one will have none. This is no swing or groove or anything. Right? Lacks things, and here it is with. Oh. Right, and you'd be like, what's going on here? Well, really cool. Ableton, since the beginning of time, has been non-destructive, and you can apply things to audio and to MIDI a lot of the times without actually being destructive. It's applying the groove to the MIDI, but the MIDI is still there and non-destructive, right? And that's really important. So say if you want to like change your groove or try other grooves, you can do that. If you want to like commit to it, you can actually commit, and it'll actually show you what's going on here. So it's shifted the hi-hat over slightly. And that is what is contributing to that groove. You can actually see it, right? It was originally over here, but now it's over there. And that is exceptionally important for, getting a groove going on. And this is, yeah, I guess a basic authentic house beat in Ableton. Again, it's made with just Drumazon by D16, a very kind of faithful drum machine emulation. Emulates the 909 quite nicely. Right, and it's a great kind of starting point, and we haven't even done any processing yet. It's a great starting point to make your house tracks. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you learned stuff. Take care and have a good one.